I recently purchased an E320 convertible from 1995. It was a low kilometre car, but with only one key. So I've ordered this key from the dealer, and basically it's come as a cut mechanical key with an infrared remote which is not programmed to the car. Now, this is the same as the other key. It has a 140 part number on the case, although I do think this is much smaller than what my dad's 140 was when he had one in the 90s. The part number on the side, I think, is just the case number. What you saw at the start is actually the infrared remote number, which is what you'd need to order. Now, you need to turn up to the dealer with your papers to show that you own the car, which is fair enough. There's the old key, which is still working, and you can see it's been cut appropriately, and I was glad to note that it fit the locks appropriately. So my 124 came with the 885 infrared code. The 885 means basically this infrared will work only if you're pointing it at the locks on the door or on the boot of a convertible. And there's different ways to program it depending on the year of manufacture. So the dealer was actually kind enough to print these off and said just program it yourself rather than have them do it and charge me. So the case comes without any batteries in it, so you need two 2025 button batteries to put in there. I didn't realize this when I first tried, so I was sitting there pointing a remote with no batteries in it at the car. So the two batteries go in, and these cases are actually pretty easy. You just push them on and off. They're unlike later ones, which you need to push the little slot mechanism. These ones just click on effectively and clip off. So there we go. Keys back together. It's got batteries in it. The flick knife mechanism is working, which was very cool back in the day. You can see it doesn't do anything at this time. So it's glad to note that it actually fits in the lock and appropriately turns the ignition. Now, to program it, again, is going to depend on what year your car is. Now, my car is 95. Technically, this is not the technique that should have worked. This is the earlier technique. But basically, you press the button once at the sensor, put the key in, turn it, and then when you pull it out, just like that, it was actually very easy, which was nice to see. So you can see the remote is working appropriately now. Unlock and lock. And then I just wanted to test it again on the door. One perk of having a convertible is that you can chuck that in the ignition very easily without messing around with the doors. So there we go. Starts the car. It's all good. Everything is all